In Greek, the prefix meta is generally less esoteric than in English. Greek meta is equivalent to the Latin words post or 80. The use of the prefix in this sense occurs occasionally in scientific English terms derived from Greek. For example, the term metatheria, the name for the clade of marsupial mammals, uses the prefix meta, in the sense the metatheria occur on the tree of life adjacent to the theria of the placental mammals. In epistemology, and often in common use, the prefix meta is used to mean about its own category. For example, metadata are data about data, who has produced them, when, what format the data are in, and so on. In a database, metadata are also data about data stored in a data dictionary and describe information data about database tables such as the table name, table owner, details about columns, essentially describing the table. Also, metamemory in psychology means an individual's knowledge about whether or not they would remember something if they concentrated on recalling it. The modern sense of an X about X has given rise to concepts like meta-cognition, cognition about cognition, meta-emotion, emotion about emotion, meta-discussion, discussion about discussion, meta-joke, joke about jokes, meta-programming, writing programs that write codes, and meta-gaming, games about games. In a rule-based system, a meta-rule is a rule governing the application of other rules. Any subject can be said to have a metatheory, the theoretical consideration of its properties such as its foundations, methods, form, and utility on a higher level of abstraction. In linguistics, the grammar is considered as being expressed in a metalanguage, language operating on a higher level to describe properties of the plain language and not itself. The Oxford English Dictionary cites uses of the meta prefix as beyond, about, such as meta-economics and meta-philosophy going back to 1917. However, these formations are parallel to the original metaphysics and metaphysical, that is, as a prefix to general nouns, fields of study, or adjectives. Going by the OED citations, it began being used with specific nouns in connection with mathematical logic sometime before 1929. In 1920, David Hilbert proposed a research project in what was called metamathematics. A notable early citation is W. V. Oakwine's 1937 use of the word meta. Theorem 6, where meta has the modern meaning of an X about X. Douglas Hofstadter, in his 1979 book Gödel, Escher, Bach, and in the 1985 sequel, Metamagical Themes, popularized this meaning of the term. The book, which deals with self-reference and strange loops, and touches on Quine and his work, was influential in many computer-related subcultures and may be responsible for the popularity of the prefix, for its use as a solo term, and for the many recent coinages which use it. 7 Hofstadter uses meta as a stand-alone word, as an adjective, and as a directional preposition going meta, the term he coins for the old rhetorical trick of taking the debate or analysis to another level of abstraction, as when somebody says this debate isn't going anywhere. This book may also be responsible for the association of meta with strange loops, as opposed to just abstraction. Citation needed. The sentence. This sentence contains 36 letters, and the sentence which embeds it, are examples of meta-sentences referencing themselves in this way. The metaverse is the next evolution of social connection. 3D spaces in the metaverse will let you socialize, learn, collaborate, and play in ways that go beyond what we can imagine. Virtual reality lets you explore new worlds and shared experiences. With Quest, even if you're far apart, you can discover new experiences with friends and family together. The way we work is changing. More people are working remotely, more people want flexible work options, and more people are rethinking what it means to be in an office. But without the right connective tools, remote work still has plenty of challenges. Working without colleagues around you can feel isolating at times, and brainstorming with other people just doesn't feel the same if you're not in the same room. Workrooms is a flagship collaboration experience that lets people come together to work in the same virtual room, regardless of physical distance. It works across both virtual reality and the web and is designed to improve your team's ability to collaborate, communicate, and connect remotely, through the power of VR. Whether that's getting together to brainstorm or whiteboard an idea, work on a document, hear updates from your team, hang out and socialize, or simply have better conversations that flow more naturally. Workrooms brings some of our best new technologies together for the first time into one experience on Quest 2. Using features like mixed reality desk and keyboard tracking, hand tracking, remote desktop streaming, video conferencing integration, spatial audio, and the new Oculus avatars created a different kind of productivity experience. While VR adds a whole new layer to entertainment, the technology goes beyond gaming to offer something for everyone. Did you know that, with VR, you can learn a new language, teleport almost anywhere in the world, or step aboard the International Space Station? VR lets you explore new worlds and attempt feats that seem unimaginable. And it has the potential to transform how we play, work, learn, communicate, and experience the world around us. Consider the possibilities in healthcare. Oculus partnered with Children's Hospital Los Angeles to build a VR simulation that enables medical students and staff to be fully immersed in high-risk pediatric trauma situations where split-second decisions mean the difference between life and death. These virtual scenarios empower doctors and students to practice and learn in realistic workplace conditions, helping them hone the skills they'll use to treat patients. By training with VR, medical providers can deliver better care. VR is used in the automotive industry to experiment with new automobile designs. You'll also find brands using it in retail to help shoppers virtually try on clothing and accessories to assist with purchasing decisions. And it's even being used in law enforcement and the military for training. So while games are an integral part of virtual reality, VR has plenty of different applications that will only expand as the technology develops further. Through photo and video, VR lets you enhance shared experiences with playful virtual effects at swipe of a screen, letting you express yourself with the people who matter most.